Good morning, everyone. I am Annalisa Arzaholga, and I will be the first reporter for the Module 4, which is integrating new literacies in the curriculum. I have here the learning outcomes for this module. The first one is discuss the concept of integrated curriculum. Then the second one is distinguish the different curriculum integration approaches, methods, and types. Then the third one is identify lessons or course disciplines that may be appropriate for curriculum integration. And the fourth one is draw relevant life lessons and significant values from curriculum integration experiences in class. And the fifth one is analyze research abstract on curriculum integration and its implication on teaching learning process. And the last one is make a lesson plan with thematic integration across related disciplines. So first, let's define what is an integrated curriculum. So an integrated curriculum is an approach to teaching where knowledge, skills, and values from different subjects are connected and taught together to make learning more meaningful and relevant. So an integrated curriculum is a way of teaching where different subjects are connected and taught together. So it combines knowledge, skills, and values from various subjects so that learning becomes more meaningful and relevant to real life. Instead of studying subjects separately, students learn how ideas from different subjects are related and can be applied in real situations. Thus, an integrated curriculum, first, it focuses on basic skills, content, and higher level thinking. An integrated curriculum develops essential skills such as reading, writing, numeracy, and communication while strengthening subject knowledge. It also promotes higher level thinking like critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity that encourage students to understand concepts rather than to simply memorize facts. And the second one is encourage lifelong learning. By connecting lessons to real life situations, this curriculum builds curiosity and independence. Learners become motivated to continue learning beyond the classroom and adapt to future challenges. And the third one is structures learning around themes, big ideas, and meaningful concepts. Learning is organized around meaningful themes such as environment or health instead of isolated subjects. This helps students see relationships among ideas and understand the concept more deeply. Then the fourth one is provides connections among various curricular disciplines. Different subjects like science, math, English, and social studies are linked, allowing students to recognize that knowledge is interconnected and learning is holistic. And the fifth one is provides learners opportunities to apply skills they have learned. Students apply what they have learned through hands-on activities, projects, and real-world tasks, making learning practical and meaningful. And the sixth one is encourage active participation in relevant real-life experiences. Learners actively engage in discussions, group work, and problem-based activities which increase involvement and ownership of learning. Then the next one is captivates, motivates, and challenges learners. Because lessons are relevant and interactive, students become more interested and motivated. Then the eighth one is provides a deeper understanding of content. Exploring concepts across subjects and context leads to deeper, long-lasting understanding rather than surface-level learning. The next is offers opportunities for small group and industrialized instruction. So teachers can use flexible strategies such as group work and individualized support to address diverse learning needs. And the last one is accommodates a variety of learning styles or theories like social learning theory, cooperative learning, intrinsic motivation, and self-efficacy, and multiple intelligences. So the curriculum recognizes individual differences by using varied strategies that support different learning styles and intelligences, ensuring inclusive learning. So integrated curriculum promotes meaningful, connected, and learner-centered learning. So it helps students develop essential skills, think critically, collaborate effectively, and apply knowledge to real-life situations. So next, let's move on to the approaches to integration. So integration connects knowledge, skills, and values across subjects. So the goal is not just learning subject in isolation, but its but understanding how they relate to each other and to real world situations. So the purpose of this is to make learning meaningful, relevant, and connected to real life. So Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development, or ASCD 2004, identifies three main approaches, so which are the multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary approach. So the first is multidisciplinary approach, and it focuses on different subjects connected by a common theme. So each subject keeps its own objectives and assessment. So in this approach, no merging of lessons. So in this approach, different subjects are taught separately, but they are all centered on a common theme. No, so in this approach, many subjects are used, but they are taught separately. Then each subject has its own lessons and activities. So lesson activity. Then a good example of an multidisciplinary approach in curriculum integration is the Makabayan Learning Area in the Revised Basic Education Curriculum, or the RBEC. So in the RBEC, Makabayan is not just one subject. So it is a learning area composed of several subjects including Araling Panlipunan, Values Education, MAPE, and TLE. So for example, if the theme is about environmental awareness, so in Araling Panlipunan, students study environmental issues in the Philippines. Then in MAPE, students create posters or artworks that promotes nature conservation. And in values education, they develop a sense of responsibility and care for the environment. And in TLE, they practice recycling and gardening activities. The subjects are separate but connected by one theme. So which clearly shows a multidisciplinary approach. Then the next one is the interdisciplinary approach. So it organized curriculum around common learning across disciplines. So disciplines are identifiable but less emphasized than skills or concepts. So in this approach, lessons are blended or merged. So in this approach combines two or more subjects together in one lesson. So an example of an interdisciplinary approach is the integration of Filipino and Araling Panlipunan. So for instance, student may study historical events in Araling Panlipunan, and then write narratives or speeches about these events in Filipino. So in this case, knowledge and skills from both subjects are combined and taught together in one learning activity. Lastly, we have the transdisciplinary approach. So curriculum is designed around student needs and real-life problems. So students apply disciplinary and interdisciplinary skills to solve real-world issues. So this approach focuses on making learning meaningful and connected to real life. So the curriculum is designed around student needs and real-world problems instead of only teaching subjects in isolation. So students are encouraged to use their disciplinary and interdisciplinary skills to solve real-world issues. So this approach is implemented through the first one is we have the project-based learning where students present problems and find solution. And the second one is negotiating the curriculum where student question guide learning process. So first let's discuss the project-based learning. It is where the student identify a real problem in their community or school. The student might research, analyze, and find solutions. So the goal of this is to student apply what they learn in multiple subjects to solve a real issue. So for example, we have an example here, a community garden project where students plant the garden, which na kon ang TLE, then calculate resources, ang math, and study plant growth, science, and create posters about it. So, MAPE. So, then the second one is negotiating the curriculum. So, student question guide learning process. In this implementation, the student question and interest guide the learning process. The goal of this is learning becomes student-centered and relevant. So, for example, if student asks, how can we reduce waste in our school? Teachers can design lessons where students explore environmental science, math for data collection, and Filipino or English for reporting findings. So by doing so, students become active learners and develop skills they can apply in everyday life. So now let's move on to the interconnecting the three approaches. So all three approaches can be used together or separately. Teachers can mix approaches in one classroom or team teaching. Although these approaches are different, they can also work together. Teacher may use multidisciplinary teams, teach interdisciplinary skills, and allow students to complete the transdisciplinary project. The main goal is to connect standards, maintain accountability, and make learning meaningful and applicable. For example here, a project on community health may combine. In multidisciplinary science plus health plus social studies, in interdisciplinary math and science for data analysis, and for the transdisciplinary approach is student design solutions to real community problems. So now let's move on to the comparing and contrasting the three approaches to integration. In organizing center aspects, in multidisciplinary, some standard of the disciplines organized around the team, while in interdisciplinary skills and concept embedded in disciplinary standards, while in transdisciplinary, real-life context student questions. While in the conceptualization knowledge aspect, in knowledge best learned through the structure of the disciplinary, a right answer and one truth. While in interdisciplinary, discipline connected by common concept and skills, knowledge considers to be socially constructed, many right answers. While in transdisciplinary, all knowledge interconnected and interdependent, many right answer, knowledge considered to be indeterminate and ambiguous. While in the role of discipline aspect, procedures of disciplines considered most important, distinct skills and concept of discipline code. While in interdisciplinary skills and concept stress, while in transdisciplinary, disciplines identified if desired, but real-life contexts emphasized. Next is role of teacher. So in multidisciplinary, facilitator and specialist. While in interdisciplinary, facilitator, specialist or generalist. While in transdisciplinary, co-planner, co-learner, generalist or specialist. While in starting place aspect, in multidisciplinary and disciplinary standard and procedures, while in interdisciplinary bridge, know, do, and be, while in transdisciplinary student question and concerns, real-world context. While in degree of integration aspect, in multidisciplinary moderate, while in interdisciplinary medium or intense, while in transdisciplinary paradigm shift. In learning to know aspect, concept and essential understanding across disciplines. Next is in learning to do aspect. So, disciplinary skills as the focal point, interdisciplinary skills also included. While in interdisciplinary skills as the focal point and disciplinary skills also included. While in transdisciplinary approach, interdisciplinary skills and disciplinary skills applied in real life context. In learn to be aspect, democratic values, character education, habits of mind, life skills like teamwork and self-responsibility. While in planning process aspect, backward design, standard-based alignment of instruction, standard and assessment. While in instruction aspect, constructivist approach, inquiry, experiential learning, personal relevance, student choice, differentiated instruction. While in the assessment aspect, balance of traditional and authentic assessment, culminating activity that anti antiferates disciplines taught. So that would be all for my report. Thank you for your listening.